Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the second installment of a brand new series that I like to call What I Read Wednesdays, where I read some of the most interesting books that I can find. In today's episode, we're going to be reading more of Tess Holliday's book, Take Up Space, y'all. Last time I read the first couple of chapters, or rather perused through them, we're going to be picking up where we left off today. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. Alright, I believe we left off on this place right here that was teaching us how to color coordinate. Alright, we're gonna skip past all of this stuff about how to find fashionable clothes. I clearly don't need that. Sorry about that. Alright, this next chapter is about acne and how to deal with it. Okay. This book really was written for teens and tweens, wasn't it? Alright, this book is set up in a very bizarre format where after every chapter there's a little quiz. This quiz is, who's your style icon? Answer each question and keep track of the letters you choose. Don't worry, we're not grading you. About face. Toya Green is a 16-year-old living her best life. She plays volleyball, leads her volunteer dog walking group, and is earning an A in AP seminar from one of the toughest teachers in school. She posts a picture of herself to her Snap stories and shoves her phone in her backpack, waiting for her teacher to quit yapping. During lunch, she finds out that Lauren Johnson has screen grabbed the photo, drawn an electric yellow circle around Toya's giant forehead pimple, and posted it on Instagram. 3 hours later, it's being shared hundreds of times. Someone even made an entire page called Toya's Forehead Zit. Dude, what is this? Dude, if you made an entire webpage dedicated to my zit, and you tried to, dunk on me with that, I would just laugh at you. I'd be like, you spent all this time making this webpage just because I had a zit? Like, you thought you were gonna dunk on me with that? Like, did you bother making a webpage about all the other people that have zits? Because there are millions. I hope you have a lot of free time to be making websites, because literally every single person in your high school has zits. So this book is giving, hey, fellow kids, quite a bit. Like, the way that it's written is very off-putting. It's like trying really hard to be young and hip and cool. Young and hep, I think, is what the kids are saying these days. This ain't hep. This ain't hep. This ain't the jive that the kids are getting down with, you turkey. I clearly am up on the times. And photoshopped her pimple onto pictures of every U.S. president since William Howard Taft. See, I would make fun of that person for that. I'd be like, you put all this time into this? This whole thing reeks of effort. You tried? You're all trying and stuff. I would laugh at that. Back in my day, we used to make fun of people for trying all hard. We called them tryhards. Like, for me, all of this is effortless. You're trying all hard and stuff, haha. Toya wants to crawl into a hole. Not only did she think she'd perfected her 12-step skincare routine, but she didn't realize a pimple had cropped up in the middle of school and definitely didn't see it before she posted a picture. Now she has to move on with her day as if none of it bothers her, because acting hurt puts a W in Lauren's column, and Toya's tired of losing. Toya thinks about her face at least once an hour. Whenever she passes a mirror, she's wondering whether her cheeks are too shiny, her makeup too smeary, her forehead too pimply, or her eyes too puffy. Okay, is this trying to encourage us to obsess on our looks? Because that's what it seems like. If I wasn't previously looking at my face once an hour and obsessing about it, am I going to now after reading that Toya is doing that? She asks the mirror why she can't have the glowy skin that social media promised her with a money-back guarantee when she bought that miracle serum a month ago. What a scam. Do you ever feel like that? Determined to have a flawless complexion and STRESSED. We had to spell out the word stressed. You ever been STRESSED? Because that's how the kids are talking these days. Aren't they, Kelly? Aren't they, Kelly Kuhn, author of this book? Co-author of this book, although I'm pretty sure she basically wrote the whole thing, and we just have a few of Tess Holliday's anecdotes. Like I said before, this is very bizarre Hello Kids type writing in this book, like the whole book. Like, hey, kids, you ever had a zit before? That was a bummer. This is making me so STRESSED. because that's how the kids are talking these days, I guess, I suppose. All right, and here's stuff about acne. Choose products with moisturizing ingredients like ceramides and hyaluronic acid. Okay. Here's a little section about facial hair. That's a lovely stash you have. It's titled, Facial Hair is Funny. Some people are staring in the mirror, willing chin hairs to grow right this very second, while others are wishing their chin hairs would disappear into the void forever. Facial hair exists for nearly everyone in various lengths, thicknesses, colors, textures, and locations, and we may as well just accept that this is universal so we can focus on other things, like when Netflix is going to premiere a new reality dating show. It's been months. More, hey fellow kids type of rhetoric. Also, if we are obese, we will have more facial hair. I'm a girl with facial hair. Help. Don't stress, there are plenty of us with mustaches, sideburns, chin sprouts, and even full beards. We're mammals. We all grow hair. Some girls grow more than others because of genetics and conditions like polycystic ovary syndrome, Cushing syndrome, congenital adrenal hyperplasia, tumors, and even medication. Trust us when we say there are more women waxing, plucking, shaving, depilating? I don't even know what the hell that means, and threading their faces than you can even imagine. With that being said, if you have more hair on your body than average, especially on your back, chin, or back of the neck, for example, then talk to your doctor because a treatable condition might be causing it. Okay, so we're teaching people how to deal with facial hair. Here's a section on grooming it. Grooming facial hair. You've got it and you want to take care of it. Wash it. Yes, even that scraggly little mustache needs a cleaning. It does. Your hair sits on top of your skin, and if you don't scrub daily, all that oil and dead skin can cause blemishes to pop up. Okay, but I think that overwashing is also bad for your skin, I would say. Your skin has natural oils in it for a reason. To constantly scrub them off is also bad for you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't wash your face, but I'm saying you shouldn't overdo it. Also, the more you wash the oil off, the more your body will produce excess oil to make up for it. You want to have a nice healthy shine like I currently have on my face. And then here it says, ooh, try these Lewks. L-E-W-K-S. I think we were trying to spell looks like all quirky right there. Is that what we were trying to do? We were trying to be all quirky with that. Ooh, try these Lewks. Since you can find 1,000 different ways to paint your face on YouTube, we'll keep this short. Otherwise, you'll still be reading this book to your grandkids 50 years from now. Here are a few of our faves. Okay, let's see which looks from YouTube Tess Holliday recommends. The Cynical Dude channel. You're going to want to subscribe to The Cynical Dude and take all of his fashion tips immediately. Well, you know what? When you're right, Tess. I'm going to have to agree. She says right here, subscribe to The Cynical Dude and take all of his fashion advice. Don't look too close. You don't need to actually read the words. Just, that is what it said. See, you saw close enough. That's exactly what it said. So, subscribe to The Cynical Dude for all of his wonderful fashion tips is what it said. Oh, wait, no. You were supposed to be looking at different YouTube channels for makeup tips. Okay, so, hold on. Oh, wow, she says subscribe to The Cynical Dude for all of his makeup tips. This is crazy. I can't believe that I got an honorable mention in this book. Thank you, Tess Holliday. You should subscribe to The Cynical Dude channel for all of his tips and trips. I can't even speak. You should subscribe to The Cynical Dude channel for all of his tips and tricks related to makeup. You're right, Tess. All right, no, but seriously, what do we got here? Okay, she doesn't give us actual YouTube channels to follow. She's just talking about various looks. Strike a pose, tricks for the right shot. Oh, here we go. There's a thing about hair, which I kind of want to read. Can I read this thing about hair? We don't have to jump right into the body positivity. I also like the really dumb crap that has nothing to do with anything. We're going to get to the body positivity in chapter 5, but for now, we're going to read chapter 3, Doing the Do. I'm going to read this like this. When I say Kelly, that means I'm reading Kelly's line, and then when I say Tess, that means I'm reading Tess's line. Instead of saying Kelly says, and then instead of saying Tess says, Kelly, what is the craziest thing you've ever done to your hair? Tess, I have way too many stories. Do you want trauma or... Oh boy. Kelly, let's go light, haha, but don't worry, we'll make sure we poke around for other extremely tragic and dramatic stories for other chapters. Tess, great, can't wait, haha. Want to hear about the time I dressed up like Cruella de Vil? Okay, for those that don't know, Cruella de Vil, I believe, was the villain in the 101 Dalmatians movies, right? Wasn't that Cruella de Vil? Kelly, I mean, absolutely. Is there ever a time I'd say no to that? Anything villainous is a yes. Alright, Kelly is a huge Tess Holliday fan, as we learned in the other video that I made. A good 60 to 70% of this book is just her kissing Tess Holliday's butt. It's a very bizarre way to write a book. Tess, okay, you will love this. So, one time when I was a teenager, I wanted to be Cruella de Vil for Halloween, but instead of buying a wig like a normal person, I bleached the right half of my head and dyed the other half black. Kelly, that's commitment to the bit. Tess, yeah, but note to self, you cannot bleach your head 3 times in one day because when you try to brush your hair later, massive clumps will be stuck in the bristles. Yes, don't overdo the bleaching on your hair or your hair will fall out. Alright, I'm gonna lean back here for a minute while I read this. Kelly, I'm sorry, but massive clumps? Tess, the whole front right side of my hair fell out. Kelly, it fell out. Okay, so we over-bleached our hair, and our hair fell out when we were becoming Cruella de Vil. I did not know this about you, Tess Holliday. Kelly, oh no! What did you do? Tess, well, I worked at Hot Topic at the time, so I just combed it over. Kelly, you combed it over? Ha 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 ha. Tess, ha 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 ha. I know, I wish I'd taken pictures. And yes, I read that correctly. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I grow weary of laying back like that. Kelly, I mean, that's remarkable resilience, though. Tess, what else could I do? I got on with life, half bald, dazzling. Kelly, oh my gosh, Tess, you're a legend. This is iconic. Yeah, it sure is. Tess, told you you'd like it. Moral of the story? Never do that, though. Never. Do you hear that, readers? Leave the bleach to the professionals. Wow. Okay. Okay, now we're talking about the different types of hair. The reason that I'm skipping through most of this is because it literally is just about hair, makeup, acne, and we haven't gotten to the body positivity stuff. Although I do like to read the various things about hair and makeup as well. Iconic celebrity hairstyles. Jennifer Aniston's The Rachel. Zoe Kravitz's Pixie Cut. Justin Bieber's Swoopy Bangs. The Weeknd's Freeform Locks. Bob Ross's Curly Perm. I did not know that Bob Ross's Curly Perm was iconic, but it is, you're right. Chapter 4, Feed Me. Okay. Food can be complicated, right? Loads of people tell you different things about what you should eat, when you should eat, how you should eat, why you should eat, and whom you should eat it with. Meanwhile, some people are simply wondering if they get to eat because food isn't available for them as it should be. Lord have mercy. It makes our heads spin. Lord have mercy? M-E-R-T-H-Y. Lord have mercy. Okay, there are lots of different opinions about food from very smart people with degrees in these sort of things, and also from randos on social media who might have no idea what they're talking about whatsoever. But 2 things are perfectly clear. Feeding yourself doesn't have to feel stressful, and healthy looks different for different people. Okay, so is Tess Holliday about to give us some dietary suggestions? Let's find out. 5 fast facts about food. Number 1, food isn't morally bad or good. Food just chills in its package or produce bin, wondering why people are making all these judgment calls about it. Let it live. It's just a tortilla chip and hasn't done anything wrong other than the time it got caught in Jacob's windpipe, and it already apologized about that. Boing, boing. What? Huh? Okay, so it is true that food isn't morally bad or good, but it is also true that all food does not affect the human body the same. Some food is bad for you, and some food is good for you. So, I don't know why we're trying to tell teens and tweens that food is neither morally good or bad. Number 2. Food is personal. People avoid certain foods for a whole number of reasons. Some folks have to be mindful of allergies or sensitivities because particular food affects their bodies in ways we don't want to get into. Others have simple likes and dislikes. One person's "ooh, delish" activates another person's gag reflex. Still others dodge specific foods because of religious or cultural tradition. Their choices have nothing to do with yours or anyone else's. Eat what you like. Okay. Number 3. Food is fuel. The cells inside our bodies are so needy. They really are. Ugh, they're in constant demand of energy, and that energy comes from food, no matter what type of food that is. Okay, here's where the book stops being so hilarious. When we start telling kids that all food is the same, eat whatever you like. Energy comes from food, no matter what type of food that is. Yes, but different types of food have a different effect on our body, our energy levels, and our health. A juicy medium-rare sirloin fuels your body, and so does a heaping bowl of salad, and so does the scoop of casserole that lunch workers ladle onto your tray. Right, but those are all very different types of food. Without food, your cells go kaput, along with your energy, your attention span, and your ability to do life, which means everyone needs to eat and deserves to have delicious food in their lives on the daily. Okay, so, yes, this is geared at kids, and we're teaching them that all food is the same and you need to constantly eat in order to fuel your body. Number 4, food is often part of celebrations, so is alcohol. Did you know that? While food keeps your cells humming, it isn't just eaten for energy. Sometimes it's a frosted birthday cake given to a 1-year-old who's wondering why adults are singing loudly to them and taking pictures. Other times it's an empanada eaten during a parade to celebrate Fiestas Patrias in Chile. Or maybe it's red bean porridge consumed during the winter solstice in Korea. Sometimes food is a gift, a memory, or a meal to be shared with people you like to be in the same room with, for a little while at least. Yeah, and sometimes food is also fuel and doesn't have any emotional connotations to it. I'm not sure why Tess Holliday is giving people dietary suggestions or whatever. Like, it's a little weird. It's a little strange, you know? Number 5, food can be stressful. For many people, thinking about food ruins their whole day. Perhaps they don't know when they'll get another meal, or maybe they have to avoid dairy, or maybe they have a parent who never solved their food issues and now they worry about every last thing that ends up on their plate. We recognize that for some people, food is simple. You get a bucket of popcorn at the movies and eat it. No big deal. But for others, not so much. Okay, and then it starts talking about Tess's ED. It says that her problems with eating started around age 10. She pinpoints one moment when she believes it began. After a family tragedy that left her mother disabled, Tess was at her aunt's house eating a bowl of Campbell's vegetable beef soup with saltine crackers. Tess put a few crackers into the soup, then a few more, and before long she'd eaten the entire sleeve of saltines. It filled me up, she says. I felt full. She felt comforted. In 2020, she was speaking on a panel with Anna Sweeney, our dietitian consultant for this book. Anna's message to the audience about feeding themselves based on their instincts stuck with Tess. After the conference was over, she reached out to Ms. Sweeney and asked for some help. A couple of long conversations later, Anna thought Tess might have atypical Anna. Tess was shocked. "Have you seen my body?" she asked her. "I'm fat." But Anna told her that size has nothing to do with it and referred her to a psychologist who confirmed Anna's expert opinion. Okay, so I'm not sure what the saltines and soup story has to do with anything. She says she ate a bunch of saltines and soup and she felt full. And then the next line is her talking about a dietitian telling her that she has atypical Anna. Did she say that to you after you ate an entire sleeve of saltines or during that process? Or I'm just a little confused. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Let me continue to read. Fans and other people online 100% did not like hearing that Tess had an ED. After pressing send on an infamous tweet that explained her diagnosis, trolls all over the web claimed she was a liar, which was strange because she didn't remember any of them being in the doctor's office when she was diagnosed. Anyway, she exists in a bigger body than some people, and remember, body size is not an indicator of a person's relationship with food. What? I don't know how that could be the case. I don't know how your body could be not an indicator of your relationship with food, right? Body size is not an indicator of a person's relationship with food. There are some pretty good signs to look out for, though, that could give you a heads up that something might be wrong. All right, here's a very interesting thing where she says that you should talk to your friends if you're concerned. If you notice a friend showing signs, Miss Sweeney suggests saying things like, "I've noticed that something has changed about how you talk about your body or the food we're eating. I'm worried about you because I care. Can we get you some help?" Okay, what if you say that to somebody who's been eating excessive amounts of food, or this is applied in the other direction? Would that be okay to say that you're concerned for your friends when they've gotten very large and they're eating out of control? A final word on feeding yourself. Eating a good meal and then snuggling up to watch Netflix with your favorite dessert is just Friday night for some people. I love all the references to like watching Netflix and doing this, that, or the other thing. Like, we're really trying to relate to people. That's what you guys do, right? You watch Netflix? Eating a good meal and then snuggling up to watch Netflix with your favorite dessert is just Friday night for some people, but it can be a major struggle for others. Miss Sweeney says to ask yourself questions like these if you're in the latter group. Which foods make my body feel good? What do I like the taste of? What feels comfortable to eat? Okay, the first question was good. Which foods make my body feel good? That's one that we should pay attention to, and it doesn't always necessarily coincide with the foods that you like the taste of or are comfortable to eat. Which foods are important to my family or culture? Why do I give a crap what my family likes? I don't care what you guys like. You know that? I care what I like. I'm my own person. I'm not going to eat this, that, or the other thing because of my family or my culture or whatever. I'm going to eat the food that is healthy for me because I know that it is healthy. I really don't care what anybody else is eating. I don't need to eat what they're eating because it's part of some sort of tradition. I actually hate tradition. Let's just cut down a pine tree, bring it in the house, and put lights on it. Yeah, okay, yeah, let's just keep doing that, genius. Let's never question why we're doing this, and stop. Sorry. I hate bringing a tree in the freaking house. It's illogical. It doesn't make sense. What are we doing? Why are we putting lights on a tree and bringing it in the house? What is this? What does this all mean? I don't know. I've been trying to opt out of Christmas for years. Sorry. What feels easy to eat or prepare? Okay, a lot of these are like encouraging people to just do the easy thing, the thing that tastes good, take the path of least resistance, which doesn't always work out for the best. In life, sometimes you get out of things what you put into them. In fact, that's usually the case. Like, if you give a half-ass effort at the gym, you'll get a half-ass result. And I'm not encouraging people to go obsess over exercise or anything like that. You know, what do I like the taste of? What is comfortable to eat? What's easy to prepare? So the answer to all of these is Hot Pockets, okay, and those frozen White Castle burgers, unfortunately. So maybe we shouldn't go down this path. Which foods feel the least stressful? We're here to let you know that no matter what your history with food has been, we see you, we've been there, and we're betting that there are people in your life who are willing to listen if you choose to reach out. Quiz time. Which dessert are you? Answer each question and keep track of the letters you choose. What is this? Pick a texture, any texture. Crispy and gooey, soft and spongy, smooth and creamy, crunchy and chewy. I would say that I'm crispy and gooey. Ew, what is this? I'm skipping this. This is gross. And then here's Tess's recipe for banana pudding popsicles. I'm sorry. Banana pudding popsicles. All right, so we're going to skip that, and we're finally going to get into the meat and potatoes of this book. Bodies, 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 Chapter 5. For the longest time, ever since I can remember, I've realized how dope the Cynical Dude is, and how everybody on Earth should subscribe to his channel. Tess, what the hell? You put this in this book about me? No, she didn't put that in there. I put that in there. Bodies are a hot topic, aren't they? Nah, I don't know. I don't know about that. People take pics of their booty cheeks or flexed biceps and post them on social media. They do? Where are people posting these pics? Where can I find these pics? Sorry. For them, it's empowering to show off the parts of themselves they're proud of. For others who scroll past those pictures, they can be a real downer, especially if they're trying to look a certain way and aren't anywhere close in their own opinion. Okay, well, I recommend those people don't look at the pictures that are making them feel bad. Fun fact, our bodies aren't who we are. What? Okay, somebody finally verbalized what's been going on in this movement for quite a while. So we really are trying to distance ourselves from our bodies. Our bodies aren't who we are. Who are they then? Who is this? Whose body is this? Who created this? Who am I and who is this? So I'm up here and then my body is down there. I don't even know who the hell this is. What even is this? Who even is this guy? From here down, I don't even know him, man. It's like I don't even know you. You've changed, man. You've changed. They're more like the cars that take our souls, consciousness, psyches, whatever you want to call your inner essence, wherever we want to go. Whether that's to the kitchen for a banana pudding popsicle or down the street to meet up with friends. But if that's true, why is the roundness of our bumpers or the shape of our frames such a hot topic on social media? Okay, so we are not our bodies. Our bodies aren't who we are. We're just living in them. Okay. What was the newest one? Occupying a larger body or existing in a larger body or someone who presents as a larger person or whatever, man. Anything to disconnect us from ownership of our own life and where we're at. I'm not my body, dude. I'm only from here up. Why is the roundness of our bumpers or the shape of our frames such a hot topic on social media? One reason is dollar bills, y'all. The wellness industry, with sectors like fitness, nutrition, and weight loss, generates a whopping $5.6 trillion annually. What? And it's gonna blow it up to $8.5 trillion by 2027. Trillion with a T. Wellness makes money, so Studley Steve and Jacked Jasmine have cash reasons to not only take pictures of their shredded abs, but also make promises that don't always pan out for the people scrolling. Oh my goodness. Once again, we're bringing up the wellness and dieting industry or whatever without paying any mind to the food industry. Right on the money. $1 trillion is hard to visualize when it comes to cash, so let's do this. Count to 10. Goes pretty quick, right? Well, if you counted to 1 trillion and said one number each second, it would take you 31,709.8 years to finish. Basically, your zombified corpse would be coughing out the last numbers because we haven't quite figured out how to live longer than 120 years or so. Long story short, $1 trillion is a lot, which explains why people promoting shady wellness claims have zero incentive to stop. Okay, but what about the food industry that makes a ton of money and dwarfs the diet industry? Content creators across the globe promote health and healthy lifestyles online, which sounds good, but those concepts are vague, mean different things to different people, and are often completely contradictory when it comes to body size. Some say you should put on muscle, but others say don't get too bulky or veiny. Some say you should lose weight, but others say not to be too skinny. Some say they value thick physiques, but only promote certain body types. Some say to get your legs big and strong, but no dimples or stretch marks allowed. Some say you should work out daily, but others say don't be obsessed about it. Yes, there are a lot of different ideas from different people about what it is to be healthy online. And that says nothing about the comments on the posts. Find a post of someone working hard on a treadmill, and there are dozens of trolls telling them they sweat too much or are wearing the wrong gym clothes. I've never seen that. I've never seen somebody say, "You're sweating too much. Those aren't the right gym clothes." I have never seen that. This makes me think that you've never actually been in a gym before. Like, you think that people are making fun of each other's outfits and sweating? You're sweating while you're working out? What the hell? Trying to shame others for sweating while they're working out? Look at Bob over here, he's sweating while he's running. What an idiot! Isn't that what we're here for? Doesn't that just prove that we're getting a good workout? What are you talking about? Yo, look at Betty over there, sweating. Sweaty Betty, that's what we call her. Nobody's making fun of anybody for sweating or wearing a certain type of clothes in the gym. Unless you're wearing like a suit in the gym or some goofy crap that doesn't belong in the gym. Or jeans. They don't let you wear jeans in the gym. The gym staff will get mad about that. I guess they're rough on the seats or something. I don't know. You also have to have closed-toed shoes. Those are the only things anybody's going to give you a hard time about in the gym. Wearing jeans and wearing open-toed shoes. You take that hippie crap elsewhere. Either way, this is a bunch of like, this is going to be hard and people might make fun of you, so let's give up type of nonsense right here. Even if you decide to go hard at the gym and forget about anyone who might post videos of your efforts, I hope you do go hard at the gym and forget about anyone who might post videos. Don't not do the things that you want to do because you're afraid somebody might film you and laugh at it. You might feel like you're not quite doing it right because you should do less cardio and more weights. Or was it more high-intensity interval training and less yoga? Or no yoga and more running? So by the time you make up your mind to even go for a walk, you're terrified you're doing it all wrong. So why even try? Sound familiar? No. We don't need to try to consider all of these various ways of working out and then just get completely overwhelmed. Like, what do I do? Do I do this? Do I do that? Like, this seems like you're trying to encourage people to be overwhelmed. Sound familiar? Yeah, trust us, we get it. For some creators, it's not really about health at all. It's only about body image. The way you look at your body, the feelings and judgments you have about your body and what you think other people believe about your body is called your body image. Your body image can sometimes be negative, which creates feelings of shame, distress, and general uggness. But it can also be positive or even neutral, where you don't really think too much about the vehicle you're driving around. Okay, well, I mean, you don't need to obsess about your body, but you should definitely consider your health and the way that your actions impact your health. Like the types of food we're eating, how much we're eating, whether or not we're exercising. We shouldn't try to disconnect from our body and act like it's a separate entity from us. This isn't a car that we're driving around. This is us. And everything that this is what we created. We don't need to obsess about that or beat ourselves up, but we can acknowledge the very simple and obvious fact that the steps we took yesterday led to where we are today. Some people on social media take advantage of negative body image, but if you know what to look for, you can weed out messaging that can damage it. Ask yourself these 3 questions before trusting a content creator. Number 1, are they qualified to give advice? Any rando in stretch tights can post health content. Look for respected doctors and coaches with certifications, and even then, don't listen to them if you answer yes to questions 2 and 3. Well, I am somebody that looks at results. That's what I consider to be an expert in any field, somebody that demonstrates competence in that field. Number 2, do their promises seem too good to be true? If so, they probably are. I can change your life in 10 days for $39.99 is a sales pitch, not a fact. Number 3, does their content make you feel ashamed about your body in some way? Block. Report. Report, because their content made you feel ashamed about your body? What if they weren't trying to shame you, they were just showing a picture of themselves and you happened to feel ashamed by that? You need to report them for that, okay? Tell the algo to stop showing you this stuff. A person who truly wants to help you live your best life gives advice that is backed up by science and never makes you ashamed of your body. Alright, and we're gonna stop reading the book right there. We are now just starting to get into the interesting parts of this book, but I've already been filming for quite a long time, so I have to stop this video. Unfortunately, I wasted the first half of the video reading the stupid crap about hair and makeup. Dang it! Either way, we're just now starting to get into the interesting body positivity parts of this book, so be sure to tune in next week where I continue to read the rest of the juicy bits. What do you think about this book so far? Leave a comment below. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.